Hi there, this is Kimberly Shea. I am hoping that you'll spend 15 to 20 minutes with me every couple of days to learn a new yoga pose or refine a yoga pose that you're already familiar with. My goal is to help you take a little bit of time out for yourself and to be safe in your body, understand the mechanics of some of these poses, as well as connect to your breath and your body. So today we're going to focus on plank and chaturanga with a couple of different options for each. So make sure that you're in an area that you have plenty of space so that you're not going to knock anything over or injure yourself. If you can be barefoot, that's going to be great, so you can really feel the foundation of your feet and the strength that you have there. If you have a yoga mat, feel free to use that. A thinner yoga mat is better for your balance. Thicker yoga mats tend to make us a little more wobbly, and you can't connect to the ground as much as you can if you have a thin yoga mat. Also, if there's any props that you might need, like a blanket, which I use all the time, if you've got a bolster or a meditation cushion, maybe you have that close by, or a block. If you don't have these kinds of props, that's okay. One, you might not want to use props at all, and two, you can always use blocks and straps. I'm sure you've got a blanket laying around, but get whatever you need before you start your practice. So we're going to start off today in plank. So if you can roll over your knees and find a tabletop, having your knees about as wide as your hips so that there's this point-to-point alignment between your knee and your hip socket. Your hands are going to be about as wide as your shoulders. So really important is to have really wide hands. So you're going to spread out your fingers. You're going to press evenly through all of your knuckles and your palms. Be sure that you're not hyperextending your elbows like I do. You got to really make sure you have a bend in those elbows. You're going to press your hands down into the floor. Draw your belly button in. And can you feel the space between your shoulder blades? Right back here. The back door of the heart. That's what I like to call it. Now you're here in tabletop, setting up for your plank. Your wrists are right under your shoulders, so you're nice and strong and you're stacking your joints. You're going to gaze right between your thumbs. Breathe normal for now. Press your right foot back. Feel your heel right over the ball of your foot. And then press your left foot back. And maybe you just kind of walk in place, feeling your body, getting into your legs, and then you settle in your feet. Your feet are about as wide as your hips. Wiggle your feet back until your heels are right over the balls of your feet. Now for your arms, your wrists are right under your shoulders again. You're drawing everything into your belly, and you're feeling like a 2x4. So you want to make sure you're not sagging down in the middle, and you're also not having your hips high. Feel really strong here. Draw your belly in. Breathe normal. Take a swallow, lick your lips. Find your breath and feel strong. Now have the sensation that you've got this arrow coming out of the top of your head. Nice and strong in your body. And you're just breathing, firing up your muscles. Can you find an ujjayi breath? Breathing with your mouth closed at the back of your throat. A long inhale and a long exhale with your mouth closed. Feel this and breathe. Now you can also come down to your knees, bringing your hip points a little more forward, relaxing your feet. And again, your wrists are right under your shoulders. Maybe you can come into this up dog and just feel this. So anytime you're in plank, you can always come to your knees. You can also change your mind and go back to a straight plank. Breathe here, hold and squeeze. Feel your body, feel your breath. Now exhale, come down to your knees. Relax your arms. Shake out your wrists. Roll your wrists back and forth. Maybe you press your palms forward and up. Take a big exhale. Open up your arms. Now we're going to go into chaturanga. So I'm going to show a modified version of a chaturanga first, which is my preferred chaturanga that I usually teach in my classes. So for the modified version, you have your wrists under your shoulders again. Your knees are about as wide as your hips. You're going to bend your elbows and squeeze them into your body so they're not out to the side. They're squeezing in. Your belly button's still in. You're going to exhale, lower yourself down to your chin and then your chest, squeezing your elbows into your body. And then as you inhale, you'll come up into a little cobra. And then as you exhale, you'll come back into child's pose. Open your mouth into your breath like you're emptying your breath into the floor. Let it all out. And then on your next inhale, come forward. Wrists under your shoulders. Bend your elbows, squeeze them into your body. Come down to your chin. As you exhale, come down to your chest. And then start to inhale to come up into cobra. And then exhale to come back into child's pose. Long arms. Feel the stretch under your armpits. Drop your head down to the floor. Open your mouth. Take as long as you want here to feel your child's pose. Dropping your hips a little farther down to the floor. Getting a stretch in your arms. And then if you want to come into a full chaturanga from plank, the typical chaturanga, you'll come back to that 2x4, your plank. Make sure you have a little bend in your elbows if you hyperextend. Wiggle your heels back right over the balls of your feet. Feel nice and strong in your chaturanga first. Remember, feel that space between your shoulder blades, the back door of your heart. Your fingers are wide. You're pressing down evenly through your hands. Now on an exhale, you'll bend your elbows, squeeze them into your body, lower yourself down but hover over your mat. And then start to inhale and come forward with your heart into up dog. And then when you need to exhale, roll over your knees, lift your hips, exhaling your breath the whole way back to down dog. Drop your head, open your mouth, stretch it out, maybe bend your knees, shake your head, yes and no. Get into your body. Tuck your chin, look at your belly. Find your breath here. Ujjayi breath. Inhale through your nose, mouth closed. Exhale, mouth closed. Inhale, come forward into plank. We're going to do our chaturanga again, nice and strong. Don't be in a hurry. Exhale, squeeze your elbows next to your body, hover. And then inhale, come up slowly, up dog. Then exhale, roll over your toes, lift your hips. Exhale your breath all the way. Press your heels down, but they don't touch. Lift your toes. Bend your knees. Breathe into your hamstrings. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, come forward. Chaturanga. Exhale, start to come down. Hover. Inhale, come up. Up dog. Exhale, hips super high. Open your mouth. Bend your knees. Bring your knees all the way down. Come down to child's pose. Flips your palms up. Drop your head down. Close your eyes. Take a moment here. Fill up your lungs. Take a big, big inhale through your nose. Long, luxurious exhale through your mouth. And then inhale when you come up. So be sure when you're in your practice, whether you're at home or you're in a class, that you're honoring your breath and your body. When you inhale, you're typically coming up and your energy is rising up. And you finish your inhale at the top of your breath like you're almost going to hold it. And then you exhale nice and slow all the way down, feeling your breath go down your body, through your feet and into the floor. Like you're sending that breath into the earth. Inhale coming up, exhale coming down, but it's your cadence of your breath, not your neighbor's, and not whatever cueing the teacher is saying for breathing. You finish your inhale and finish your exhale. Don't cheat your breath. Feel that breath swirling around your muscles in your body, opening things up, finding more space, bringing you back inside to the present moment. Filling up your lungs, exhaling it out. In my next class, we're going to focus on specific types of pranayama. We're also going to be going into other poses, so I hope that you'll join me again. Have a great day and be well.